Hey, hi, it's James from Remax Magnolia in Mission, and I'm sitting here on a Saturday at a very lonely open house. You see, these days, the busy open house is kind of a dinosaur. We're not seeing them as often, but they do exist, and I'm going to show you why your open house had nobody. You see, in the heady days of 2022 and 2023, there were plenty of people looking for real estate in your area. Why? Because the price was low compared to the amount that people were making. You see, I remember the teens, 2015, 2016, being flush with money, having the thousands of dollars left over at the end of the month. How did that happen? And then as things creeped into 2026, we're seeing that the groceries, the gasoline, the insurances are all taking extra bits of our paychecks away. And why is that? There's a lot of answers to that one, but this is not it. The fact is that real estate did not drop in accordance to the drop in actual usable income at the end of the month. And so while people are getting raises and maybe getting paid a little more, the fact is that you're not keeping the same amount of money at the end of the month. And that's just all there is to it. Now, we could talk about economics all day, but what does that have to do with how many people are actually at your open house? And this has to do with how you have priced your home. And I know you're going to get very sick of me talking about this. You say, but James, I need a certain amount. Well, maybe you can't move then. So you are between a rock and a hard place. If you need $1 million in order to move, but your house is only worth $800,000, you have a $200,000 gap between can I move and I'm not going to move. And if the idea of moving is very important to you, let's say you've just got a new job or you need to move for some other reasons, who knows, then suddenly you're going to have to sell for what the market is asking you to sell for. It's not a matter of your opinion. I'm sorry about this. These are the hard facts in a down market. As the price starts to slide down, we tend to keep our price up, and we just every week getting further and further away from the price that needs to be there in order for a buyer to actually come and purchase your house or even look at it. A lot of people won't even look at it if it's over a certain amount. It's just they don't want to embarrass themselves by lowballing. And you want $1 million for your house, and your house is only worth $800,000. Now, how do you know your house is worth $800,000? Well, you call someone like me, and you say, "Please do a valuation for my house," and we will take all the comparable sales in your area over the last month or so, depending if we can find it, and we find out what homes have actually sold for, not what is for sale. What's for sale doesn't matter. That's just for us to look at after we've set a price, to know our competition. What we really want to know is what did a house sell for? And what a house sold for, this is what's going to drive how much your house is worth. So we have the studies, we have the research, we have the computers, we have the experience and the know-how to level the playing field. If this house sold for this much and this house sold for this much, is your house worth about this much? We can find these averages and tell you exactly what your house is worth. Now, your house worth changes a lot during the years. Even in 6 months, that can go up or down compared to how the market really wants to go. And in this market, it seems like it's sliding down. So if you need to sell, you need to sell now, not in a year from now. We don't know what a year from now is going to look like. What we do know is that nobody is filling up the condo market because it's not quite that affordable. And if they're not filling up the condo market for the last few years, then the townhouse market isn't being filled. And then the single family market isn't being filled. And then the acreage market isn't being filled. And this is creating quite a glut of places for sale. So let's think about that, and give me a call if you really want to know the real true value of your house, not just the value you think it's worth, because that's not the same as the value that the buyers are going to think it's worth. Okay. So give me a call and I can tell you that you will know what your place is worth, and that will drive a decision whether you even bother selling or not. I'm James Minchau from Remax Magnolia in Mission. Take care.